Season 5, Motion and Forces, Physics in Necrotic World, Episode 101, Force Types. Welcome, strangers. I guess this is more of forces in motion, or perhaps motion and forces. So, okay, honestly, this is more of a prequel to Season 3, so this was supposed to be forces in motion. But I had to do Season 13 because of, that test. And basically, I was testing to see how useful this is directly to my grades. And damn, oh my god, I genuinely can't believe it. That topic test I did? I got grade 8, and that's so crazy, because all I did was the 17 episodes. And what's the coincidence? I say coincidence, but it's not really a coincidence. The 3 episodes that I just didn't record? That's the only bits that I got wrong in the topic test. And I'm like, damn, that's really saying something, isn't it? It's crazy. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yes. It's like, so cool. Okay, so basically it was unexplainable how my average, of grades 6s and 7s somehow got a magic 9 in the year 10 mock. And an 8 in the year 11 mock. It's like, whoa, how come? How? And now I'm on a solid 8 with 9 in homework, so I'm very, very, very happy. It's no longer unexplainable how I can do well in the bigger exams and not good enough. Well, it's good enough for me. It's way more than good enough for the topic tests. I can just do the concepts. This makes sense now, I'm, I guess, a asynchronous, non-linear learner. I'm just simultaneously past, present, future, very, very web-based learner. I would need to pull out my whiteboard and connect the dots and think. I wouldn't have to ruminate about stuff and wonder, how does this make sense? What does this link to the universe? You know what I mean? And I'm kind of like an how do you say that? Autodidact? Autodidact. As in, I'm kind of self-taught in my conceptual loving nature, you know what I mean? So I very much need that music type of learner. I need to hear the music, I need to play the music, I need to feel the music and see the music. It's all about the music. Yeah. Sorry, I have a bit of a dead voice. It's not that dead, but anyways, I guess that makes me an oral learner. It's not really learning, is it now? I don't know, yeah, it is learn. Wait, what am I saying? Hang on. I think that makes me an auditory learner, as in I like hearing stuff. I guess you like that as well, if you're listening to this, right? Because, yeah, hearing is different from listening. But anyways, if you're listening, as in actually following my voice, then you're an auditory learner too, right? If you're just passively hearing, as in you receive the sound waves, but you're not actually understanding or processing them, good for you, but that's not really learning now, is it? I don't know, honestly. Whatever works for you is good, I guess. I just want to hear the music. I want to play the music. I want to see the music. I want to feel the music. I guess that makes me an oral, speaking, thinking aloud type of learner too. Auditory and oral. That's interesting. I'm thinking for GCSE, I'll get 14 topics done, so 14 seasons done by the end of January at this pace, of a season a week. I don't need to do the 2 seasons a week. I think that was a bit unnecessary. And then I'll take a bit of a focus on exam skills and stuff for me. Break sort of thing. I say break, but it's not really. But in the summer, I could do a transitional season. And then A-level and beyond is where I bet that's where the real fun will start, I can chill with some coffee and talk with you guys. I can learn out loud every week by explaining. I can write up episodes in my freeze. Top. Absolutely amazing. I would love that. Absolutely love that. I'm thinking if I take physics, maths, further maths for A level, then that not only gives me an indisputable mathematical base, but that means I can spend the free time I get to write up episodes so I can record them and post in a weekend, and I can stay on top of homework and do Dr. Frost maths and Isaac physics for revision and all that good stuff, you know what I mean? I got advised not to lock in to 3 subjects, which actually makes a lot of sense, right? But I seriously think that for me, it would be very good of me to believe in myself and actually get that rock solid mathematical base. And further maths isn't necessarily harder, it's just broader. But I would really enjoy that, so that's what I think I'll do. And then, technically I could adopt this podcast as my 4th A level. That would be fun, right? Yeah, that would be fun. I just want that base. Really, I just really want that base. I really do. Physics, I love so much. I wasn't ever gonna drop physics. Physics, yes. Further maths, yes. Maths, definitely. Also, I won't be as strict. I won't literally split over 20 episodes like I'm doing now and cover the content in a few hours on a weekend. Like, obviously, I won't do that beyond season 14. I'll talk more about that damn beautiful music, you know what I mean? Also, I won't have a strict, I need to split into 20 episodes thing. But I'll talk more freely, I'll cover the syllabus points, because I care that my base will be strong, right? One day, eventually, indisputable, you know what I mean? I don't know why I keep saying, you know what I mean. I'm guessing you know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, anyways. Sure, sometimes I do have to spell out words that I can type, but I can't pronounce without sounding strange. And I'm not sure if, the subtitles in YouTube would, click it and you would understand what I mean. So that's why I sometimes say the words, I literally just spell the word. Which is kind of weird, but I am weird. It's okay. Okay. What else was I saying? I got this, I can make this happen. A wise guy once said, my French teacher, Mr. Snow, he once said that exams are a celebration of learning. He's right, but also it's more of exams are a celebration for learning. It's the for, not of, you know what I mean? We can learn more from exams too, and I think I've learned to value them more. I've grown a bit. I understand more nowadays. I think after season 14, that will be a solid next chapter for me, for how that music can be played in the future. So I hope I do well, yeah? Sorry I'm monologuing again, but hold on. Actually, nah, why am I apologizing? I don't need to apologize for monologuing. I'm not going to do that anymore. We can make physics alive again. I can find people people who care to hear the music, Rock with me. One day, having long debates about reality and space-time continuums and cosmological constants late at night with some coffee and that'd be my absolute dream. I would love to do that. Talking, debating, discussing theoretical physics and working with experimentalists and researching on the cutting edge, with new ideas and creative industries and everything. It's so cool, so cool. I hope I can help solve problems someday. I want to be a better problem solver in a way that actually matters to someone. Perhaps someone would stumble upon this someday and think with me. I'd love that, I would absolutely love that. Future me, someone else, anyone. Hello. I hope you like thinking with me. Tired a bit. Sometimes I sound tired. Maybe I am tired. Anyways, right. Maybe it's eccentric enough to be interesting enough. I don't know, tell me. Actually, I'm thinking of doing a Q&A, a question answer, so that people can, anyone can ask me a funky question, a really funky, really random relatively physics-related question, or philosophical anything, and I can talk about it every so often. I want to do that. I would love to do that. So if you ever want me to answer a question or something, please do comment or email or anything that you can contact me with any questions. I mean, there aren't many active cryolabs in the UK, and we seem to primarily import cryotech for other more quantum applications per se, rather than condensed matter theory. But that's interesting. I mean, I would have thought that, as cryotechnology is enabling tech, that we would be experimenting more with cryogens and condensed matter theory. But obviously we skip to quantum because it's more flashy and interesting. But it's really the chandelier that's doing the, ooh, super cool, I can cool the stuff down to make qubits stable sort of thing. But yeah, that's what I'm interested in. It's really interesting. I do want to really learn physics in a way that, well, I can hear the music that Bohr was talking about and Nietzsche was dancing to, and theoretical physics absolutely fascinates me. Right, so the force types. Episode 101, force types, that's what this episode was meant to be about, but because there isn't much to say about force types, I just went on a tangent to talk about the future and the present and the past and whatever. Okay, anyways, I say anyways a lot. See, that's my metacognition talking. I think about thinking. Absolutely ruminate. Lots of cycles. But it's fun, so I'm not complaining. Yep. Force types. There are two big force type sets. Yeah. So, well, there are forces that touch each other directly. So these are your nifty contact forces. And there are forces that influence from a distance, magic, wielding from the distance, magic superhero, force fields. Oh wait, hang on. Yeah, magic superhero force fields that interact but don't directly touch. These are non-contact forces. So touching directly is a contact force. Influencing from the distance is your non-contact force. Superhero style, force fields, interacting, super cool stuff. Yep, see you next time at Physics in Necrotic World. This is your host, Rimona Christian, R out. Rimona Christian, R out. Bye-bye.